evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the European Identity and Cloud Award Ceremony 2018. My name is Jennifer Haas. I'm project manager at KuppingerCole, and tonight I'm your host for this evening event. Since 11 years now, the European Identity and Cloud Awards honor outstanding project and initiatives in the area of identity and access management and IT security. During the last 12 months, numerous projects have been nominated by end-user companies and vendors, and the winners have been chosen by a jury consisting out of KuppingerCole analysts. That is why I now would like to welcome on stage the head of this jury, Principal Analyst and Founder Martin Kuppinger. Hi, Martin. I have two questions for you, and these are: what criteria do the project have to meet to win? And the second would be: why should companies nominate their end consumer projects?
Okay. For the first question, we are looking for projects that really differ from all the other things we see, which are innovative, which deliver to the value of the organization, which do things better, different, more innovative than other projects do. And so we see a lot of projects, and we look at them carefully and look at what really makes projects outstanding. Sometimes it's very hard then to decide, but basically it's really this: what is new in that, goes beyond what we commonly see, what is innovative, what is really above that. And so also sometimes, we have approaches which are around maturity levels, and also where are projects just well above what we usually see in maturity. This is the way we look at it. So why should someone nominate what he's doing for the European Identity Award? I think on one hand, I think it's good and nice for everyone to get a sort of an award. I think, yeah, I think everyone likes to get that. The other thing is, I think it also helps increasing visibility of what you're doing in your organizations amongst your peers, etc. So I think that's another good argument, because at the end, it's sort of an external party who sees a lot of projects saying, okay, this is really outstanding. And I think that is a good argument as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
So, thank you, Martin. So we now talked a lot about the award itself, but now we come to the exciting part of this event, the announcement of the winners. The first up is the category of the Best Identity and Access Management Project. And here we have lead analyst Anmol Singh, who will tell you more about this winner. Anmol, just a quick question. You're the newer analyst at KuppingerCole. Do you like your job?
Oh, yes, pretty much.
It's good to hear.
We will get to know in some time. So,
great.
Yeah.
So, stage is yours.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So this award for Best Identity Access Management is to celebrate the difficulties that most organizations have today to implement a successful identity access management. Anything which should be clear to all of you from all these sessions over the last 2 days is IAM is no simple task. It's not a normal or a typical IT project management that we have implement the principles to IAM project. In fact, most IAM projects will fail if you try to run it the way normal IT projects are done. There are things involved, things like stakeholder engagement, organizational change management. There are multiple other attributes which can be very important in a successful execution of an identity and access management project. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce the winner. for the best IAM project, and the winner is Munich Re.
Thank you very much for this award. I think it's really a pleasure for the complete team, and maybe it will push us a little bit more forward for the next years. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Amo, for that, and congratulations. The next category is the Best Consumer Identity Project, and I'd like to ask lead analyst John Tolbert on stage. Hi, John.
Hello.
I thought about you, and you're American. How many German words do you know?
9.
Okay.
So consumer identity, it continues to be one of the strongest and fastest growing market segments in identity management overall, and it's one of our focus areas at Cooper & Cole. And as such, we'll be having our 3rd annual Consumer Identity World Tour this fall, starting in Seattle in September, Amsterdam in October, and Singapore in November. So consumer identity is a little bit different, as you've probably heard a few times over the last couple of days. You know, it's driven by different use cases. You know, it's not suited for employees. It's designed to be used by consumers who generally want to use mobile devices, mobile identity, including biometrics for authentication. And its focus areas are also around privacy, sometimes more so than access management, although, you know, private data management's in there. It's important for transaction signing and therefore digital signatures to be part of consumer identity solutions. And the winner of this year's award actually puts those use cases into practice. They built a mobile app for health insurance customers. They're based in the Baltic region. It allows users to authorize which information they want to share with their healthcare providers, and it expedites claims processing through automation. And the app actually serves as the member ID card, and they can facilitate payments, and they have eIDAS compliant digital signatures for transaction signing. And it was built with both security and privacy in mind, and as such, they are designed to use the secure enclave where you store the private key, which is the basis for the mobile identity. And then also it allows for Touch ID and Face ID authentication. So, with that being said, the winner of this year's Best Consumer Identity Project is If P&C Insurance. And welcome to the stage, Mihail Galushka.
Good evening. There were so many technical words around actually one reason when you as a customer, insured customer, want to go to the doctor and get us paid for this visit. So all this stuff happens just because of that. And actually I would like to thank all of you, the community, because you make us confident that we are doing the thing in the right way. Because when sometimes we talk in the industry locally, we don't feel like that. So because of you, we get this confidence. And as Ian Glaser just recently said on this stage, we definitely feel the need to connect with you and also get feedback. So that's exactly what we get here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. This way. This way.
Thank you. So the next category is the best IoT security project. And please welcome Senior Analyst Graham Williamson on stage. Hi, Graham.
Hi, how are you?
Well,
Very
thank
well.
you.
Good.
You had the longest journey, I think. You were coming from Australia over here.
It's
How
true.
long did this journey take you?
It's 14 hours into Abu Dhabi and then 6 from Abu Dhabi into Munich.
Oh, wow. Still tired?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, then the stage is yours.
Oh, I don't need this one. I do need it, yes. And by the way, it's 8 German words. I'm very pleased to be presenting the IoT award, and let me tell you why. 30 years ago, I was the product manager with Digital Equipment Corporation, DEC, for those of you who might remember. And I was the product manager for an industrial computer system called the CMR21. So I got to know the industry quite well back then. And the industry was characterized by a number of very large companies, Johnson Controls, ABB, Siemens. But since that time, there has been a very significant digital transformation. Here in Germany, you call it Industry 4.0, and that's very appropriate because it's a major change. Changes have happened in a couple of areas. One is in devices. So devices that we used to charge $1,500 for are now less than 100, and they have more competency, more logic built into them. In terms of SCADA diagrams, that's the diagrams that show a process. Back then, I know the younger ones here won't believe this, but the SCADA diagrams used to be made up of characters because everything was character-based. We used lots of X's and U's to put diagrams up on the screen. Now, of course, you can do that on a tablet much easier and much better. So there's been major changes. So the question comes, who's going to make sense of all these changes? Who's going to allow the new product that's coming on the market to really do what needs to be done? Well, it's the companies like the winner of the award tonight. They're the ones that encourage development in this particular sector. And this award recognizes innovative solutions that users can now use to exploit the new capabilities in IoT. So in terms of the IoT award, for the best IoT security project, the winner is Haga Group. Antoine Frank. Would Antoine be here? We will make sure that the Haga Group do indeed get this award.
Thank you. So, with the next category, we honor the winner of the Best Risk Management Project. And for that, please put your hands together for Lead Advisor and Senior Analyst Matthias Reinhardt. No pressure. Matthias, you have 2 job titles.
Right.
Which is your preferred job at KuppingerCole?
There is no preference because I have the luck to use all this great stuff that we do on the analyst side and transfer it to advisory business, and that's great.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Thank you. So this is the prize for the best risk management project, and when we say risk management project, This sounds like something that is reactive, something that is a tactical set of measures aimed at fixing immediate issues. Risk management as a concept and as a discipline, however, is quite the opposite of a project. Assuring uncertainty as the main objective of risk management does not sound like something a project can achieve. It is about everyday business along the lines of well-defined policies. It is about accomplishing a high level of transparency through mature processes, especially in highly regulated industries, often relying on complex and diverse application infrastructures. It requires to inject effective and sustainable risk management processes into the overall process framework. It needs to involve the right stakeholders at the right time, and it needs to be effective and cost efficient. And the combination of all this needs to be looked at as the actual project. This is the project, and this is what this award is about. A nominee for an EIC award in Best Risk Management Project is appreciated for having achieved all of the above, for having laid a strong foundation for understanding, for assessing, and for mitigating risks, and for having demonstrated a long-term proven success in this area. And now let's open the envelope. The winner for this year's the EIC 2018 Award for Best Risk Management Project is the Deutsche Bank, and I would like to welcome Bertolt Kerl on stage.
Thank you for the accolades, and it's an honor for me to receive that award on behalf of many co-workers at Deutsche Bank from all departments. So it was a real collaborative success from business people, from compliance people, from HR, of course IT, etc. Sponsored by senior management, and we are not yet out of the woods, but we definitely see light at the end of the tunnel.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So.
Thank you. The next guy on stage you already know, and he is going to present the winner of the Best Innovation Award. Welcome back, Martin Kuppinger.
Question again. Oh, good. Thank you. So, in fact, it's best innovation and new standards as a category. And no, it doesn't go to blockchain. When we look at innovation and standards, so from my perspective, and I think it's what we all in this identity and security and IT industry know, standards are the foundation for making the things work, for making the digital transformation in particular work. So if we want to connect things and devices and other stuff, if we want to connect people with services and all that stuff, we need standards. And so from the idea of we need something to it works in a proven way, it's usually a very long way. And so it's not only about saying, okay, we have a standard, it's about creating the momentum, and it's about proving the interoperability so that it really works. Because when I look at my history in IT, I've seen a couple of standards which never became a standard in the sense of they were adopted, and I've seen a couple of standards which ended up in a mess because everyone did it a little different. So certifying standards is a very important thing to do. On the other hand, certification needs to be affordable, it needs to be efficient, but it also needs to be trustworthy. And I think for this year, we definitely found something which is sort of not the standard itself, but the way the standard is treated these days. And so what I want to do, let's open the envelope and look at the right side of this document, is to honor, in this case, the OpenID certification program for the best innovation and standard, because there are right now more than 50 companies which run through this program, more than 150 profiles which are certified. So it's really a mass of things, and it's proving that this is one of the most important standards. By the way, the standard itself also received an award a couple of years ago already. So I'd like to come two people on the stage, which is Don Thibault, who's the executive director of the OpenID Foundation, and Roland Hedberg, who is principal owner of Catalogix AB, which helped in creating that standards. So it's only one. So Don, congratulations. I think we have moved a little over there.
Thank you all. If I may ask the chairman of the board of the OpenID Foundation, the treasurer, and the secretary of the OpenID Foundation to join me. This was a collaboration across industries and across countries, so I wanted to make sure that the three fathers of OpenID Connect were present at the creation. Thanks to all of you for your support, and to KuppingerCole for this great honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt, Trump.
Thank you to you, Martin. Last but not least, we come to a new award category and the winner of the Blockchain Identity Award. And therefore, please welcome project manager and close colleague of mine, Dr. George Breze.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
You did the moderation for the Blockchain Innovation Night on Monday.
I did.
How was it?
It's very exciting and a number of very interesting projects, and we are happy to offer the innovators to present their ideas, and yeah, I think it was a great success.
Great. The stage is yours.
Over the last couple of days, we've heard many interesting talks about the blockchain technology and the role it plays in making the self-sovereign identity possible. We had a number of excellent entries for this award, and it's time to reveal the winner. And the winner is Balázs Nemeti, CEO of Takano. Balázs's project focused on horizontally scalable blockchain protocol with self-sovereign identity designed in its core. Unfortunately, Balázs could not attend this award, but he recorded a video for us, which we can see now.
Thank you very much. Receiving this award means a lot for Takano and the team, and I'm very happy that such a small team could have received such a big award. Thank you very much for the organizers of the conference. And I would like to invite everyone to visit our website, www.takano.com, and sign up, because we are going to release much more information about our architecture for a new blockchain solution that's built on top of identity and not as a layer application. And why we win this award is because of the consensus algorithm that we have been developing for a while, and that can solve scalability. Thank you very much.
So, these were already the 11th European Identity and Cloud Awards, and we thank you all very much for being part of this celebration. For all of you who take part in the EIC 18 gamification, the code word for the ceremony is celebrate, all small letters. Now, we would like to invite you to join us for the award dinner, and it's taking place at the expo area. And wish you all a great evening and good night. Thank you.